Welcome to What's Cooking in the Lowcountry with Chef Lynn Michelle. This week we are in Billywood Appliance Sub-Zero Wolf Kitchen, and it is my wonderful studio kitchen here. And today we are going to make bananas Foster. I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite desserts. And what we're going to do is turn on this great stove. We're going to melt our butter. I use real butter, use the best quality I can find. And I'm going to cut my lemon in half. And what I do, I use a big pronged fork. This is going to be my mixture. So I just melt my butter. And I want to turn it up high a little bit right now because I want my butter to melt, but I do not want to break my butter. So it is very slow. Again, it's one of those things that we're going to do it real slow because the pan holds a lot of heat. The iron on the oven also holds a lot of heat. So I'm going to melt it. While it's slowly melting, we're going to add a little bit of brown sugar. I use light brown sugar. I've tested with dark brown sugar and it gives it too heavy because we're also going to add some cinnamon. So I do some light brown sugar while it's continuing to melt. See, I have my butter. It's just slowly melting. Just a little bit of patience here. And the great thing about this dessert is I do the in-home version of this. We're not going to flambe anything because if we do, we're going to burn here. So I just cook it to a high temperature to burn off the rum that we're going to add to this. So I am slowly melting it. And at this point, we can, when I add the rum to it, we can put it aside. And this is a great dessert to prep ahead of time for a party that you're going to have. Our butter is slowly melting because, again, if we heat it too quickly, it's going to break my butter and then it's going to break my dessert here. And if I cook the butter too long, we're going to make caramel because this is like a candy. So then we'll have a banoffee. So if you do have it that's more of a caramel, we just say it's now banoffee and not bananas Foster. And I'm going to add my rum to it. I add quite a bit of rum. And again, we're just going to mix it together. Here we go. I'm going to turn it up a little bit now on my flame because, of course, I'm not going to leave my pan. So now I'm burning off the rum here. Going to add a little bit of cinnamon to it. And this is why I don't use the dark brown sugar. Because the cinnamon and the dark brown sugar, it's too much together. So we have tested that and we use the light brown sugar with the cinnamon. So I'm just going to let it bubble. See how it's just making a really nice caramel. Really loose here. And it's starting to bubble, so I'm turning my burner down because, again, my pan, I'm going to rely on my nice pans I have here that's going to permeate the heat through. Right? There's a nice buttery, see? Just a nice consistency. I'm going to take this, squeeze a little bit of the lemon juice in there. All right? Now I'm going to add my bananas. And I slowly mix them together here. Now, if I cook it too high and too much, again, I'm going to create that sugar that it is going to be candy. Now, this is the home version. We're not going to flambe it. I'm cooking the alcohol off. And also, when you flambe it, it's like they put a high volume of alcohol on it and they light it. So for the home and everything, for safety, I just let the alcohol just burn off. And I'm going to turn this up now on a heat, and you're going to see those bananas just sizzle a little bit. And this is one of my favorite desserts, bananas Foster. And we're going to get some nice, thick, creamy, real ice cream, and we're going to serve the bananas Foster over some nice vanilla ice cream. And I'm going to turn it off. And the reason why I just let it simmer is you can see the bananas are really coated very nice, opposed to just being just the bananas. So when we simmer it a little bit, my sauce is very much, it's not broken, And we have our wonderful vanilla ice cream right here. And we are going to add it just over the top. And I always let people serve themselves with the bananas Foster because sometimes people like a lot of bananas, some people like a lot of sauce. And there we go. There's one. This is one of my favorite desserts. And then also I call it the American version, that this is classical French, which is we're serving the bananas Foster like this, minus the little flambe that we didn't do. But if we added fudgy brownies with it, we would have chunky monkey, and that's what I call the American version. So we'd have a fudgy brownie under this with the bananas Foster. Enjoy. And you can find my recipes on cheflynnmichelle.com, and also they will be listed on WHHI. And thank you for tuning in to What's Cooking in the Lowcountry with Chef Lynn Michelle, and enjoy your bananas Foster.